you need to watch this video and make more money as real estate agents, especially in 2025. Because this is like the super raw, uncut, behind the scenes, helping you get over $25 million in new business in under 70 days. And with that, for me, it was kind of realizing that life is a lot like video games. As a kid, I used to be super addicted to games. I would play Skyrim so much that it's embarrassing. Like seriously, on one account, I can look up back in the day, it was like 2,000 hours watched on one single account. Played, not watched, played on one single account. And if I divide it by 24, that's like 83 days. 83 days of real life playtime on there. And here's the sad thing, I have tons of accounts that had 2,000, 3,000 hours played. Meaning, even if it was just 3 more accounts, it's almost a whole year of me playing a video game. And I was super good at the game. And what helped me so much get really good at business was kind of transferring that same obsession I had with Skyrim and RPGs into the real RPG of life. This has gotten me to become one of the top agents in the country, helped me publish the best-selling book that surpassed the Star from Sound and Sunset, next to Alex Emoji's book, next to Brandon Turner from Bigger Pockets, because when I stopped focusing on all the distractions, playing games, chasing girls, drinking, partying, you name it, and I turned that obsession to level up my own character, that's when it all changed. And for you right now watching this, if you're trying to make 10, 20, 50, 100 plus $1,000 per month as an agent, all it takes is switching the focus and becoming obsessed with you as the main character of your own RPG, of your own movie, if you want to say it that way. That all comes down to, it had 9 closings in one single month, all because I started upgrading the skills of public speaking, of video creation, of marketing and sales. And when I did those activities, that is when I saw the biggest growth to my income, to my life. From being able to run miles straight, bench over 250 pounds, squat over 300 pounds, all these things, all because I stopped focusing so much on the minor things. I've learned, for myself especially, that most people be major in minor things, whereas instead we should be majoring in major things. So if you're an agent, how can you become better at marketing? And when I say marketing, it's not just the old school strategies that worked 10, 20 years ago that some guru who never sold houses told you about. Like for me, I have a massive business, $25 million, all from social media for free in the 70 days. Like $15 million prior to that, $5 million a couple months, 9 closings in one single month, all these different accolades, top ranking in my entire city, top 13 for the whole country at one point in time, within my broker at EXP Realty. And it's all because I really majored in the major things. And for you, it's the same exact thing. How can you turn your addictions? Not games, you like movies, you like pickleball. What do you like? And how can you cut out some of those things? Because your life is the ultimate RPG. And so many people, they will do a lot of side quests. You play RPGs, you know, side quests is not the main storyline, it's fun to do, but then they progress you as a person or through the actual storyline of the game. And for myself, I'm always trying to find ways to progress my main story. And inside every single game, you have bigger, badder bosses. And for us as humans, you know, sometimes the boss could be an obstacle. Could be a bully, could be a client, it could be a transaction, that could be at the boss battle for you. But I think on a deeper level, the real boss is all insecurities, so self-doubt, it is the distractions. And the better we become, the boss becomes stronger. And it'll change. Maybe it goes from being self-doubt to being self-absorbed. Maybe the doubt goes from being frugal to being super lavish. Like, I have a Rolex, I own a Porsche, I have all the nice things. I travel the world. I'm in Thailand as we speak, making this video with my wife. We go full-time nanny, went to some 5-star resorts, we flew here in business class, and I can spend pretty freely. I can travel the world, and my business I do now is my real estate company that has over 100 agents in my team across 20 states and 2 countries, that has done $1.6 billion combined across my whole entire team, not just me, but the whole team combined. $1.6 billion versus, $300 million is about payouts for people, $30 million payouts in terms of commissions from a whole team. And I have a coaching business, so I help agents get 10 transactions in under 6 months. And if they don't get that, I pay them $5,000, give them a full refund, and I help them for free till they do. And so far, I've seen agents join this program and get $13 million in one single week and see triple production. I've seen other agents be brand new with no transactions for 6 months, and then automatically with our systems make $152,000 money in the bank. I've seen other people get 10 listings and $6 million on contract in 7 days. I've seen people get 2 new clients from the first week, 2 new clients the first day, 4 new leads in the first hour, because I showed them a better strategy, a modern way of how to really grow your business. And in RPGs, not only do we have, the storyline, but also don't have those guides and those mentors. And for us, for myself, I have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into coaches, mentorships, programs, to give me the fast track. Because the fastest way for you to grow as an agent and as a personal entrepreneur is to find people who've been where you want to go. Which is why so many agents come to us. Because we're doing real estate at a high level, actually in the trenches. I have a few deals right now under contract, 25 plus deals. I see 29 deals, technically 35, counting buyers, actively being managed by me personally, not my team's transactions, but my own transactions, and my team's helping me transact on as we speak. And I think if you give the same level of focus that you did to games, or to dating, or to hanging out, having fun, you can easily make $100,000, especially in 6 months. In 6 months to a year, but even in a month. Like, not that hard. 9 closings, if the average transaction price point is 10, 15, 20K, boom, you just made multi-6 figures in one single go. Like, for a big example, $25 million I have right now that is being transacted on, I sold over $750,000 in new GCI all in a 70-day period. So see how fast this adds up. And for me, my cheat code that I kind of developed was our social selling system, a DM to deals blueprint. Most agents are taught to do expireds, cold calling, door knocking, open houses, and all those strategies, they can work. But here's the thing, they worked way more 10, 20 years ago, back when there was no way to see houses without going to open houses. I couldn't look online for properties and see what looked good and go do that kind of strategy. And cold calling, back in the day, people was at home answering phone calls. But now, if you call my phone, it tells me likely scam or testy Realtor. It tells us that that's happening. I can just ignore it. And it's also being called by all the same people. So for me, When I realized that, I've been told by my mentors. I had mentors like Ryan Serhant, one-on-one coaching with us, and he was saying open houses and other stuff, of course marketing too online, but none of this really worked for me. I also had the number one agent in the world at one point in time coach me too, one-on-one for like 3 months, and his thing was cold call, door knock, open houses, network, join clubs, make new friends, and all those strategies seem like a huge waste of time, in my opinion, and waste of money. And when I went all in on social media, actually sending DMs, making content, making connections, and having conversations, that's when all business exploded. That's the modern way of gaining clients. It's a new skill set. And every single game you play has new updates and packages, and the same is true for life. Things change. Look at AI. AI is changing the way almost every industry is done. And there's a new upload. So for us, we do the same exact thing. How can we find ways to make new strategies, get new clients? And for myself, I'm always innovating our businesses. And you think about, game theory again, back in the day, when we played video games, the controller was how we connected to it. But now the new controller is our phone. This is the controller. But most people spend all their time just scrolling online, looking at memes, sending things to their friends, but not actually tapping into the controller that connects to pretty much the universe now. It's all universe here on Earth. And this is the difference. This thing we have right now, the thing you're walking on as we speak, this is the controller that let you get more money as much as you want. You can have financial, time, location independence, all from your phone, even as an agent. It is that insane the world we live in. We live in a world now where we can literally grow your real estate business any way you want to. You can do a Zoom call. I've closed deals that were worth $3 million on a Zoom call with strangers before. Didn't know me, didn't know him. Did a Zoom call, closed them on the call, got a new listing. $3+ million, $90,000 in GCI from one Zoom call, all thanks to these strategies. So you don't need to be super stuck in one area, and if you are in the city, obviously it's even better for you to do that kind of stuff for you too. But you have to find a way to really stop being so distracted. If I would have known this sooner, my life, my business would have changed so quickly. Like for myself, personal story, I was homeless off and on from 12 to 18. Sleeping on frozen benches, friends' couches. I slept in cars, on the stairwells, you name it, I went through it. My earliest memories in my life with my dad beating my mom up, or me being molested as a kid, or even having my 7th grade teacher tell me that I would never amount to anything in my life, not even push a shopping cart for a living. I mean, can you believe that? It's crazy. And at one point in time, she was right. When I was just playing games all day long and not really doing anything, then of course that was going to be the outcome because my life wasn't happening. And obviously 7th grade, I was like 6 or 7, it's not the same, but still, that is true. I used to have a huge speech impediment, definitely afraid of public speaking. Now I've won, Best Speaker Award for Toastmates and other platforms, spoken in front of hundreds of people. I've reached over 25 million people in the past 12 months alone, just on Instagram, not even including Facebook and YouTube and other platforms, all because I learned a new skill and I started playing the game of life differently. And the biggest thing that helped me do that was cutting out distractions and realizing that a lot of people say they want to do big, big things in their life. Super, super common. I have friends that tell me their goal is to become a billionaire one day, and so is mine. Now I will become one because what I'm doing currently is stacking it up. But my friends who say that, they're not working, they're out drinking, they're hanging out, they're not really pursuing their goals and developing their own character as much as they could be. Because making $1 million is kind of easy. Like 6 figures is super easy. And if you're watching this right now, that I've never made more than 6 figures, if you just like understand that business is just adding value and finding new clients, it becomes easy. You make 6 figures in a month, 6 months, definitely in a year. 7 figures, kind of the same thing. It's just more marketing, more leverage, more skills to get there. But 8, 9, 10 figures, that is hard. And that's why you have to understand that you need to find the skill of being undistractable. There is a skill in itself. I can sit in this office all day long and just make content, talk to people, do sales calls, because this is a skill I've developed over the past decade of entrepreneurship. And I'm making this video this way, kind of, make it more for friends. Like super raw, authentic, like we're talking to each other right now, obviously one-sided, and we're just going through this level. And every single time you grow into the next level in your life, you have to realize that it all comes down to the biggest boss that you will ever fight is yourself. You're the biggest boss. When I was homeless, I could have kept on going in the same way. When I had an insecurity of public speaking, I could have never practiced and just stopped. And that's why we're the biggest boss we ever have for ourselves. It's you versus you. No one else is going to do anything to you but yourself. No one's going to save you. Even myself. When you join my program, I can guarantee you 10 clients in 6 months. Which is, let's say you're a small market, $50,000 to $300,000 in a 6-month period that you'll make with my help. And if you don't, I'll pay you $5,000. But despite that, it still comes down to you. If you don't send DMs, if you don't follow the system, if you don't plug into a mastermind we do every single week for you, use our assets, then it won't happen. Because this is why you have to understand that it all comes down to you are the main character of your own game, your own movie. You have to develop the skill of going all in, cutting out distractions, doing the work, improving, and repeat the same process over and over again to become the person that you know you can be. That level 100 character is on the other side of not being distracted, moving forward, and growing past the past character we had for ourselves. And if I kind of like think about income in terms of, people making $0 or 10K a month or 100K a month, what it really comes down to is number 0, you have no money because you're not impacting anybody. You're not helping yourself, other people. That's why it's happening. Because business is an exchange of value. If you need to sell your house or buy a house, I can help you do that activity, do the paperwork, negotiations. It's a trade. That helps you get to the next level. If you're making 10K a month, that means that you're only helping a few people. And what I've learned more often than not is that people will get to 10K, 5K, maybe even 20K a couple times in their career, and then they stop. And it's not because you're not good enough. It's because your goal that you had was too small. Going back to video games. The goal is to save the world. It's a huge, huge goal. So of course you do a lot of big ambitious things. Your character is super powerful. But most people's goal is make 10K, make 50K a year, make 100K a year. And once they do that, they stop. What's the point of keep going after that? And that's why most people never get past the next level. And also marketing. If I have one client and that one deal closes and you make $10,000, well then what happens next month? I'm back at it again. And that's why we have 35 deals right now, personally, being worked on. Because I know some deals take long to close, other deals will fall through, some deals will back out, or some deals will close. The month that we had 9 closings in one single month, I probably had 17 deals at that time working on them. And of those 17, 9 closed. So imagine I only had 1 or 2 deals. Maybe none of them closed. I've been there before actually. I've had deals way back in the past. I had 1 or 2 deals going on. Both of them backed out. Something happened. I made no money that month. And that's why it's one big roller coaster ride. But in video games and life, if we're always adding more things, increasing our skill sets, meeting more people, doing more marketing, more DMs, having more conversations, that's when it really goes to the next level. Especially you think about RPGs. Like in RPGs, if you play them, you talk to everybody you see in every single city. So in Skyrim, I talk to the merchants, the people in the streets, the kings, everybody. Because I knew if I talked to that person, I would find a way to progress the storyline, to get more quests, and do the main story of the game. And life is no different. Your inability to meet new people, have more conversations, was stopping you from progressing your own storyline. And right now, you're talking to me through this camera, will help you have another storyline. It opens you up to move more paths. And the same is true for us talking to people online. I probably send 50 to 100 DMs every single day, and I even have people working for me doing the same thing because I know that is the fastest way of growing my business. Through content, through DMs, if you want to spend money, through ads. And by doing the activities, you get to the next stage, which is 100K months. That means you're helping people on a large scale, not just yourself anymore. It's like the big gold drops. And you have to farm that. Like you play video games, you kill the goblins, the wolves, the henchmen, over and over and over again to get more experience points. And in life, it's the same thing. The more I make content, it's another kill, it's another experience points. The more I send DMs, another point being spammed. I'm spamming points, I'm doing more order collecting, whatever you want to call it. And that's how we get more experience as a human. With this mass spamming DMs, content, practicing, doing sales calls, selling more houses, doing presentations. Those is how in real life you get more skills and more experience points. So you gotta focus on value. And if you have no skills yet, like don't let that stop you. Like if you're a new agent or you're an experienced agent but you haven't learned how to do stuff online, just do it. Just start. Like don't care what anyone thinks about you. You have to be cringe at times. That's how you really get a big person in your life. And if you want more help, obviously, down below, link in my bio, check out my page. We have a whole program helping you get more clients, 10 plus deals in 6 months or less. I've seen people do like 15 transactions or new transactions added in within a week. And I'm not gonna promise you that because like everybody's different. Like for me, I work super hard. So doing 35 deals in 70 days was possible because I am nonstop obsessed with this game called business and life. That's all I care about. My wife and my son obviously too, and my clients, my employees and agents. But like in general, I do business. So for me, I could promise you 50 transactions in 6 months, but not everyone will do that. But 10 deals, I know that with my systems, my strategies, it's more than possible. So you want help with that, down below, send me a message, send me an email, follow me on Instagram. I'm way more active there. You want help getting, 10 more deals next 6 months. And if you don't, there's no risk for you. I'll give you a refund, pay you $5,000, wasting your time, helping until you do. But this is a new age. This is the new DLC, downloadable content, you would say, in games going on right now, which is being a modern agent, which is no longer doing cold calling, open houses, door knocking, and bugging your friends and family. You just gotta find ways to talk to people where they're at, which is through this controller we have now called our phone or a laptop. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And before long, your whole life can be totally different. It takes 1 year, it takes 6 months. 6 months to a year of complete focus, being locked in, being cringe at times, and you can be the best character in the whole world. All it comes down to, like being top 10% is just showing up. Top 5% putting in effort. Top 1% it's a little harder. But like if you just show up every single day, you improve your own character, you add new skills, get more experience points. Before you know it, you're the business of your dreams. You can travel the world, you can travel first class, do what you want to, make a lot of money, have a huge impact, and be the person you know you always could be. I hope this helps. And if you want more content like this, down below in the comment section, let me know. Normally it's super high edited, lots of stuff going on. But I want to kind of make it more raw again, like we're talking as friends. It's here together, hanging out, and kind of sharing to my past self almost, like what I wish I would have known. If I would have watched this video 5, 10 years ago, especially as a teenager, I'd be in a totally different place. Because business is like a game. Your life is like a game. Right? Just focus on becoming better, doing the work, counting distractions, and following the quest line. You have a whole new life you never thought was possible. So down below, smash that like button. Let me know how this can help you out. You need more questions, let me know. You want help getting your new business as an agent to 10 plus more transactions in 6 months. Send me a message on here, on Instagram. Happy to help you out. You a free growth call. Make sure it's a good fit for you as well. Kind of go from there. But you got this. Keep on leveling up. And I'll see you at the top.